Hey, what's up? My name is Jeremy Pagado from Bachelor of Secondary Education 2A. Limasawa is notorious in the Philippines. The place was recorded in the history because it witnessed the colonization of Spaniards during the voyage of Ferdinand Magellan from Spain. Who is Antonio Pigafetta? On March 16, 1521, Magellan arrived in the Philippines with the scholar Antonio Pigafetta, who wrote Magellan's Voyage Around the World. Antonio Pigafetta is a scholar and accompanied with Magellan during his expedition. There are so many people believe in Antonio Pigafetta that the first sight of the Mass was held in the Limasawa. So, for today, I just want you to know more about Antonio Pigafetta. Who is Antonio Pigafetta? Antonio Pigafetta was born around 1491 at Vicentia, or also known as the Italy for today. He studied astronomy, geography, and cartography. He was one of the 18 men who returned to Spain in 1522. If I choose between the point of view of Limasawa and Botoan, I prefer the point of view of Limasawa. The reason is Antonio Pigafetta was a primary source. Remember, he accompanied Magellan during his expedition. To see is to believe. He was met the face-to-face and happenings in Limasawa, which is, he claimed that it is the location of the first site of the Mass. According to Antonio Pigafetta, the site of the first Mass was on the island of Masawa, which is the Limasawa that located on the southern Leyte. So when you are look at the map, you can say that Limasawa is really found at the southern Leyte. This is the Limasawa Island, and this map presented that Limasawa was located at the southern Leyte. He also claimed that the first sight of the Mass happened on Easter Sunday on March 31, 1521. And he said also that after the Mass, a wooden cross was planted on the hill upon its summit. And today, if you are going to Leyte, you will see the cross. So, let's give a place about the Limasawa evidences presented by Antonio Pigafetta. He presented Francisco Albo's logbook, which is Francisco Albos was the captain of the ship, and he also presented a lot of evidences. Pigafetta testimony regarding the route. So, always remember that Pigafetta accompanied by Ferdinand Magellan. So, he know the route. He presented it. Next is the evidence of Pigafetta map. Then, two native kings, which is the two native kings are with Ferdinand Magellan when the first sight of the Mass happened. Next, the 7 days at Masawa. It was proven by Robertson that they are stayed at Masawa for 7 days. And argument from omission. The evidence also presented by Pigafetta is the summary of evidences of Albo and Pigafetta and confirmatory evidence from Legazpi expedition. It was, we will say that the evidences is valid and primary source because they witness the happenings, they experience it, and they will prove it according to their testimony. As I read the evidences presented by Antonio Pigafetta, I will verify that the first site of the mass was in Limasawa Island, that located at the southern Leyte. Why? Because Antonio Pigafetta is a primary source. According to historical sources, you will be a primary source if you are the eyewitness. And according to form, it was written sources. Remember when Antonio Pigafetta wrote the Voyage of Magellan around the world? He was the eyewitness. And if we are going to according to origin, you will see that Antonio Pigafetta is really the primary source, or direct, you will see that he is a first-hand person because he presented first-hand evidences, about the event, and his evidences was credible. And of course, it was verified that the first site of the mass was happened at the Limasawa Island. No other than. Thank you.